Well, good evening. Hello. Hope you're all well. We will be getting going very, very shortly. We're across various platforms as well as in Zoom, and we're on another webinar platform, which we've been brought in on by Sam. So thank you, Sam, for taking us onto his webinar platform. And so if you want to come in and join us in the Zoom room, this is where we'll be doing the Q&As. And also on Sam's webinar, I'm monitoring his chat. But if you want to do Q&As, then there's a link inside of the live feeds, and you can always go to dfymagicthemes.com/webby, and that's how you can get onto the Zoom call for this. We did a webinar at the weekend, and we're pleased to say we've really streamlined this tonight, because I know there's a few people that were very kind enough to stay on longer than we anticipated. So when we get to the Q&As, those that are on the Webby, once you've had your question answered and you're happy, you don't have to hang around if you don't want to. But we're going to stay on for as long as possible afterwards to answer any questions. So if you do want to come and join us in the Zoom room, dfymagicthemes.com/webby, and it brings you straight into the Zoom room. We're going to get going very, very shortly. And I know we've got Robert on the line as well. You all right, Robert?
I'm doing fantastic. And like Stephen said, we want to streamline this, and so we're going to save all our questions for the end, and then we'll stay as long as we need to answer whatever questions that you have.
Marvelous. I'm just going to get a few more minutes because there was a slight technical glitch with Zoom for some unknown reason, and so I had to set a different link up and get people in, and we sent an email out to everyone with the new link, which is now live. I've gone and checked it. And right. if you do happen to be on one of our channels, please say hello. If you're on like Facebook or one of those.
And we try to monitor those, but I'll tell you what, it's very difficult to monitor and concentrate on what you're doing at the same time. Yeah. So we're going to stay focused.
I'm just monitoring it just for the hellos on social media, and then we're going to be purely on Q&As at the end inside of Zoom itself and on Sam's webinar.
Right. All right, I see more people jumping in on the other platform.
Yeah.
Just give it another minute and then we'll get started.
So, hello to Tom and Julie, Sarah. We've got Lane, Dave, and Brad. Hello, you guys. Cool. The chat's going mad on Sam's. I can't keep up with it. So I apologize if I don't get to read your name out. Steve, Andy, Matt, Emmy. Ray's watching on Facebook. Hello, Ray. If you want to come and join us, Ray, it's dfymagicthemes.com/webby, and you're welcome to hop into the Zoom room where we will be answering questions inside of there. So, you're more than welcome to hop on over. And then at the end of the webinar, when we go to Q&As, we will answer Q&As inside of the Zoom room and Sam's webinar. Nearly there.
Hello, Jane. I'll tell you what.
Sorry, go ahead.
I am so excited about just the way that we've streamlined this process.
Yeah.
And the simplicity of how everybody's going to be able to do this and save so much time. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you don't make money really building websites. You make money when the clients have them and you're working for your clients. So spending months, in some cases, building websites is so much effort And when you can streamline this down to, and like Stephen always says, in full transparency, the first time it takes a little bit longer, but even if it takes a day versus 3 to 6 months, to have a fully built website with content, a day is extremely fast. But once you have this process down, you can be doing it in 30 to 45 minutes. There's always websites are always a live breathing entity, and there's always things that you want to do to help them and fix them and help them continue to grow, and you always want them to rank, right? So you have to do the things that are necessary. But so exciting. This process is 2 years in the development, and we're really excited to share it.
Yeah. We had a Facebook user say, is it better to be on the Zoom call? Absolutely, because when we get to the end of the presentation, we're going to go into Q&As, and we won't be monitoring Facebook or YouTube because there's too many channels for me to flick between. And whilst we use Restream, not all the messages come into Restream. So if you can be in Zoom or on Sammy's webinar, we will answer the questions that are coming in on those two platforms. It's much easier to manage at the end. So we've got Brad in the room. Hello, Steve, who joined us when we were talking.
All right.
Okay. So we're going to get going in a moment, and when we do, like I said, hold your questions to the end. We'll go for the presentation. Just to be clear, we've streamlined the presentation down to what was it? Was it just under 1 hour in total, isn't it? With everything, and then after that, it's Q&As for as long as you want that, and we've cut all the waffle out in between that, so you'll get the idea. And so we're super excited to have everyone on the call at the moment. We're just bringing in a few more people into Zoom, and I know the room is now full for Sammy. So those that were going to go on Sammy's call, Sammy, I know you're listening. If you want to, you can put dfimagicthemes.com/webby in, and they're more than welcome to hop into Zoom instead if they can't get in.
All right. Well, I think it's only fair to get going because we have people that are on time, and there's others that are going to pop in as we're going 15 minutes later, probably. So.
Absolutely. Awesome.
Well, thank you all for joining us. And like Stephen said, we're gonna roll through this. Save your questions for the end, and no question can go unanswered. And we're always reachable online if that's the case. All right. So here we go. We will show you how to build a rank and rent website in less than 30 minutes. In addition, we will show you the exact formula how to build a $25,000 per month passive income rank and rent empire. What you are about to see is how you can build your first rank and rent local niche website in under 30 minutes without being a web designer or even knowing where to start. Hi, I'm Robert, and I'm with my partner Stephen. We have created the easiest way to build local niche rank and rent websites. We have always felt that most webinars are at least 30 to 45 minutes of wasted time. We respect your time, so instead of wasting it talking about fluff, we will actually show you how to build rank and rent websites complete with content in less than the usual wasted time. Question: if you could build a rank and rent website in 30 minutes that are desperately needed by small local businesses that could generate you $500 or more each month, how many would you build?
Let's get people to put some numbers in the chat. How many would you build, right, if you could build them really quickly and easily and get them online? We got people building these sites super fast, and we're getting lots of numbers in the chat. Awesome response. That's fantastic. Well, we're gonna go through this with you guys and show you the results that we're having.
So the numbers would be, would you build 10? Would you build 20? Would you build 50? Right? And all of these at $500 each. This is your exact formula of how to create $25,000 per month. 10 times 500 is 5,000 per month. 20 at 500 is $10,000 a month. 50 at 500 is $25,000 per month. Why are you not already doing this for yourself? We know it's not your fault because we were exactly where you are now. In fact, we built our entire program based on what all the other programs don't do. Give you the support with the easiest step-by-step system to follow. Not only the support, but you can gain access to the pre-built niche websites we use. Have you purchased other programs that never answered your questions? Put a 1 in the chat if you've done that.
I'm getting lots of ones coming in straight away, Robert. This is awesome. Thank you, everyone. 111, lots of ones. And the thing is, right, I've bought products in the past where they haven't delivered. They haven't delivered on promises. I said, we are doing this ourselves. Myself and Robert are building these sites and getting them out there very, very quickly. And we've got members in our inner circle group that are doing exactly the same.
And yeah, me too, Steve. I bought lots of programs, paid lots of money that were gone in a couple of months, no support. Exactly. This is why our support system is so important to us. You don't know what you don't know. That's why we use a step-by-step, easy-to-follow training system. Anyone can build a rank and rent website the way we do it.
And let me chip in there very quickly and say, right, that even my own children have built one of these. It's super easy, and the training is fully there to show you how to do this.
I believe it. I know. It's amazing. Are you ready to see a rank and rent website built in under 30 minutes? Let's put some ones in the chat.
And this is awesome. We're getting a great response in the chat. So everyone is ready, which is super. But yes, in the chat as well, if you want us to carry on and build a site in front of your very eyes very, very quickly. And again, we're getting lots of yeses. Fantastic.
Great. Okay, we're going to continue on. This will happen fast. So give us your full attention on the screen. Hold all your questions for the Q&A at the end. Stephen, can you please start the demo now?
So let's install the agency site. So I've already pre-installed WordPress. In our members area, we show you how to buy a domain name. We show you how to install the domain name to the hosting, and we show you how to install WordPress. So I'm not going to go over that right now. So let's carry on and do the install. So first of all, you come to plugins. Add new plugin. We're going to search for WP Vivid. Click install. Click activate. Next, click upload. I've pre-downloaded the agency site to my computer from the members area. So I'm going to go and find that now. Click upload. Now this is going to take a moment or two to upload. So leave your computer alone, go make a coffee, watch a video or something, or go and do something else for the time this takes to upload. It can be a little bit slower depending on your internet connection or super fast. When this gets to 100%, then we can carry on. So I paused the video and carried on here. It's taken roughly about 4 minutes to upload the file onto WordPress. And like I said, it may be quicker or slower depending on your internet connection. Once this is uploaded, we're now going to click Restore and hit Restore again. Click OK. This is going to overwrite the site. Once again, do not touch a thing. Just let this run, and it will now very quickly do the file install for your site. So go and make a coffee again, or go and watch a video for a few minutes. This doesn't take long to upload, as you can see. It's whizzing through, and the site is going to be installed very, very shortly. While it's installing this, it's going to keep your username and password that you've already got inside of WordPress. So when you installed WordPress, you would have made a note of that, and it won't log you out. It'll just do the install in a moment, and then we can carry on with adding the license keys. So as you can see, it's now refreshed and it's now installed. So if you want to confirm it's installed, what we can do is we can click on the first tab there, and then right click on visit and open in a new tab. So we're going to visit the site. And as you can see here now, it's asking to activate the license keys. So I'm going to come back in. I'm going to go to this here. Now on some of our builds, it'll say business site. The agency one says agency license. So we're going to come in here, click license. I've already copied from my members area the license keys. We show you where that is in the members area on other training, and we click paste in there. Click activate and give it a moment or two. Now, if it doesn't come up properly, all right, please enter the license key. It may be because I've copied the license key wrong. So I'm going to recopy it again from my notebook, and I'm going to pop it back in again. And as you can see, the license has now been activated. The second place we want to go to is the DFYMCB. Go to licenses as well. And we're going to paste in the key in here. I've already copied it, and activate. Two separate keys on this build. And as you can see, they're now all activated. So I can come back here and do a refresh. And the site's up and running with all the content, and we've also got the demos on here as well. So the next part is to add your company data. Now I'm not going to go into this fully, but we're going to refresh this page here, and all of these are going to come up. And in the training again, we will go over this, but you click on company info. Then in here, we've got all the options here. So you'd enter in your agency site website. Now, on other builds, this is in here to put in your main agency website like this one here. But once again, you'd copy your URL and put it inside your edit and add it. So we'll do that now. Just let it load up and place it in there like that. Do update. Now, all you need to do is come back again to company info and work your way down. Now, I'm going to skip a few of these for the moment. I'm just going to do the phone number one just to show you how it changes on the site. So on this build at the moment, if we scroll down, we have phone number 123456789. So if I now come to my spreadsheet where I saved a number earlier and we copy this, and we come back again. This is the visual, phone is the visual version. That's what you're going to see on the page. So I'm going to paste it on there and do update. And I'm just going to quickly do the phone code one as well, which is the clickable one. So we're going to come back to company info, scroll down and find the phone code one, hit edit. And of course, I'll fill in all these other boxes in at a later time. On this version, I'm going to take the gaps out. And because it's a USA number, I'm going to put one in front. If it's UK, you'd put 44. Do update. So as you can see now on the site, it's got the phone number showing, which I've entered in there, and it's clickable. So if you're on a mobile phone and someone clicks on it, it will actually dial that number out accordingly. And there's a few other places on here. I'll just scroll to the footer very quickly. We've got the phone number there again, and we've got the phone number up here again. So when people click on these links, the phone number will be clickable accordingly. And as you can see, you've got all the data on here already. The site's ready to go, and that's the install.
Wow. I mean, every time I see that, it's like, it's so amazing how quickly that can be done and how easily that can be done. Thank you, Stephen, for showing that complete demo. We really appreciate that.
It's super exciting, isn't it? I mean, I still can't believe now what we've created inside of DFI Magic Themes. And the fact is that I build these sites myself. So, and so does Robert. And the thing is, we do this ourselves. That's why we built this program, because we are building rank and rent websites. And we get the sites up, we rent them out straight away, and then we rank them afterwards. And it is a winning combination. This program is very exciting. If you failed in rank and rent in the past, if you've been sold promises in the past, then this is for you. You've seen how quickly we've put a site up, and we've got multiple different niches available, which you can get up and running very, very quickly.
So to recap, the Rank and Rent website was built using our easy-to-follow system. Step 1, install your pre-built website. Step 2, rent your website. Step 3, rank your website. You're done. Don't believe us? BRR, the Build, Rank, and Rent DFY Magic Themes, comes with a detailed, step-by-step training to get you building your rank and rent empire quickly. Imagine trying to build 10 or more rank and rent websites from scratch yourself. It doesn't seem possible, right? We needed a faster way to build rank and rent websites, so we created it.
You know something, Robert, and we did create it because we got frustrated ourselves on being on. We were on a course where week 1 was very briefly about building a website, but didn't go into much detail. And then week 2 was, now you've built your website, we'll carry on and show you what to do. It's like, hang on a minute, I haven't built a website. You haven't shown me how to. So we created this out of frustration that we struggled to build a decent rank and rent website. And then we changed the model around to become build, rent, rank. Because the problem being in this industry is you wait for a site to rank. You can wait up to 6 months sometimes, depending on how Google feels about your site. And if your site hasn't got great content, it isn't going to rank at all. So we've learned, build it, find someone to rent it to, and then rank it. And by the time it's pushed up to page 1 of Google, if that person cancels from you, guess what? You rent it to somebody else, because by then it's where you want it to be.
And yeah, it was all of this was created by Stephen and myself out of frustration and out of pure being lazy, that we didn't want to go through all that grief every time we had to build one website. We want it done quick. You know, you spend 6 months building one website, you're wasting all that precious time. Get it done in minutes. So I'm going to carry on, Stephen, okay?
Yep.
Allow me to introduce you to the No Excuses to Fire Deal, our 3-step system to build rent and rank. Imagine building your rank and rent websites faster and easier than you ever thought possible. We are handing our No Excuses to Fire Deal blueprint over to you. Build local niche websites and scale quickly. Our founders group achieved 100% success building their sites. So you're thinking, yeah, okay, I'm interested, but how much? That's always what it boils down to, right?
Yeah.
Most web developers currently charge around $3,000 for a regular 5-page niche website.
And you can see these online yourself. There are sites online that offer these services right now for that or more. We've even got a member of our own group, Robert, who sells websites with no content for 5K and above.
And you know, one of the best things you can do, Stephen, like we always do, is we go to local areas. And in your local area, Google it. Google what a custom designed website, 5-page, 10-page would cost. And you'll find out, because different local areas have different price ranges. And maybe you're not charging enough in your business, or maybe you're charging too much. Know your competition. Yeah. And we know going forward what you can do in minutes, and it doesn't matter to your clients as long as they get a quality website that's going to drive traffic to their business. But going from a standard 5-page niche website for around $3,000, $4,000 or more, we're going to add a twist to it. Now add the unlimited location page feature, and your DFI Magic Teams websites become priceless. You want to talk about that for a second, Steve?
Absolutely. Unlimited location page feature we have a product called the Magic Location Builder. And we're always honest about this. We have white labeled Page Generator Pro. The cool thing about this is you put your site up online. You then pick a page you want to clone and you say import into Page Generator Pro or the Magic Location Builder, which we include with our themes. And then you change a couple of bits and pieces. It's in the training. And then you say, generate my local pages. And it instantly generates these local pages. Now, the way we do this is we set up the site first without any location up pages apart from the main one. We rent the site out. We get the customer interested at a great price. And then we offer them more locations, and then we add them at a push of a button to generate those other location pages instantly. What's super cool about this as well is you can have multiple location pages. So you can have the home page of your site as an additional location page. For an example, in the UK, there's Bristol, London, and Manchester. Let's say those are the 3 locations. You hit a button, and the home page is regenerated for those 3 locations. But then let's say you want the About Us page to also be at those 3 locations. You import that page, and separately, you then generate the About Us page for those locations. Now, I wouldn't necessarily put up the About Us page, but what I would do is generate keyword times location pages. So in other words, if it was a plumber, you could put, for an example, fixture and fittings, like for an example, bathroom fitting. We fit bathrooms in the Manchester area. We fix leaky pipes. We look after commercial properties. It's endless the number of pages you can create. So instead of building hundreds of location pages now, what you can do is you can say, I'm going to set up a central location page in Manchester, and I'm going to look at the 10 nearest towns around it, and I'm going to set up 10 pages on this subject, and I'm going to do another 10 on a different niche in that same area. So you localize the niches. So you do a niche inside of a niche. So that's plumbing with a down niche like installing bathrooms, as an example. And so this becomes priceless because even if, right, you said to yourself, you know what, I'm not very confident at selling sites. I'm gonna rent a site out for $99 a month. 10 of those sites is bringing you in $1,000 a month when you rent them out of that price. But you could then go back and say to the person renting, who already by then trusts you, you can turn around to him and say, hey, I noticed that we're covering the Manchester area only, but I know if we put you into these other locations, you'll get even more business. And we can do that for you based on a per page price. Normally we charge $200 a page. Because you're an existing customer, we can do it for $50 a page. So then the next minute, that $99, right, becomes another $200 because you've done 4 pages for him. He's paying then $299 a month. Or you can charge more. It's entirely up to you what you charge on the price, but by then he trusts you.
What you have here are business owners that don't understand any of this. Right?
Yes.
So when you start showing them that their business name and keywords can be on every town around their physical location or every town around their area, they're going to go crazy. And in fact, that's what tends to happen because they don't understand it, but they say, you mean I can have this city and this city and this, I can have a page for each one? Yes, you can. And at that point, you have the perfect opportunity because their reaction is the next slide, right? Imagine offering a location domination website to your clients and wait for their reaction. They're going to go, yes, I want that. Why wouldn't they? They want more business. They want more leads. We decided to offer these DFI websites at a super affordable price at a fraction of what they're worth. Just one DFI website to build yourself will take months of effort, cost you a fortune to hire freelance content writers, etc. Content, it's like everything else. It's based on the quality, who's doing it, what they're charging. But we took a sampling from Fiverr and we came out with a $345 per thousand words of SEO content average. It goes up, it goes down. It's a crazy internet world when it comes to content and how much people are charging. But going forward, whatever that content or effort would be, you have to pay for or you have to do yourself. Your DFI Magic Team's website comes with over 15,000 words of already spun SEO optimized content, saving you $2,500 average cost for content alone per website or more. It depends on what niche and all the variables to it. Having it pre-done with 15,000 words of already spun content is a huge time saving and gets you in business so much faster. We know these websites are easily worth $5,000 per website, which you can rent to business owners. Today, you'll get a DFI Magic Team's agency website completely done with spun content, images, and includes one Magic Code Builder license plus a Magic Location Builder license with it. This is a sample picture of the agency website. It's a high quality, high content business website pre-done for you. This is what you'll get today. The Build, Rent, and Rank System Training, $5,000 value. The DFY Agency website, business in a box for you, $6,000 value. One Magic Code Builder activation with training at $1,000 value. One Magic Location Builder activation with training, $1,000 value. All of this totals out the Build, Rent, Rank training system, $5,000 value. The DFI Agency website included at a $6,000 value. One of the Magic Code Builder activations and training, $1,000 value. One of the Magic Location Builder activation and training, $1,000 value, comes in at $13,000 value. You're not going to pay anything near that, but are you ready to see the Black Friday deal that Stephen and I have put together?
Let's get deal in the chat and let's see how many of you want to see this. This is super exciting, and we've just shown you the agency site alone, the value. It's not just about the site, by the way, right? It's about the training, the support we give you. It's worth way more than what we just showed you then. We've got members of the group that have reached out to me personally where they've had issues in their life, nothing to do with DFI Magic Themes, and we've gone to support them, because when you become part of our community, you're part of the family. So we do not have to struggle. You do not have to think, how am I going to build a site? Oh, I built a site of my own, but it's not ranking on Google. What do I do next? I'm going to put a little message in a group that I'm with, or I'm going to send a support ticket in. So you do that, and you don't get much of a response. You get sort of, well, it's working for me. But what if, off the back of this, on this deal, that you can get the extra help you need to get up and running? And we've got a team of people behind us, and part of this deal is going to be fantastic. We'll show you it in a minute. The support you will get alone is worth more than what you're going to be paying. And then you've got the training, and then you've got the themes. If you had to go and pay someone to build a theme, have a think how much that would cost you if you paid someone to build you a site from scratch with all the content on and SEO built in as well.
You know, Steve, people that don't know us, right? In our group, we have a community of like-minded people, and we call them defiers. And people don't understand what that means. But what we came up with in the very, very beginning was, and what frustrated Stephen and I, was the broken wheel of internet marketing, selling products that don't work, selling products they don't support, selling products that have 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, 6.0, and every time you have to upsell, you have to buy something else. And you never get going. You never get traction. And some of the biggest roadblocks in the world are in your own head, but they're still real to you. Because this is where we're coming from, and because we want to help more people, we listen to what people say to us. And being defiers ourselves, we're like, this webinar, normally what you do, right, is you drive to the highest possible ticket price that you can get, and you just stay there, and you beat them up for 6 hours on a webinar until they buy it. We're not here to do that. We're going to offer what we have to offer. And what we did is we are being a defier. We're going to give you different options that don't make sense business-wise to what we're doing, but make sense to what you may need. And that's why we have set up some different packages that we will explain. Are you ready to go forward, Steve?
Let's go forward, because we've got lots of people wanting to do this, and we really got to get to the meat and potatoes.
Nice. Here we go.
So on here, I'm going to go over this first part. This is our standard pricing on the front end of our website. There's the bronze, silver, and gold packages. This isn't what you're going to be paying, by the way. But currently, the bronze package is $97 a month. You get the Build, Rent, Rank training. You get access to the inner circle, where we've got lots of great golden nuggets and extra training. Unlimited web hosting. You can install your own sites on our hosting. Unlimited 10 gig email boxes. That means that each email account will have 10 gig of space on it, plenty to have your emails on. If you want to have 5 or 100 email accounts, each one has 10 gig of space available. You're going to get the Magic Code Builder. This is our short code builder in DFI Magic Themes. And what that does is you put some content in a section, you create a short code, and anywhere on the site where you put that short code is where that content will appear. Now, I don't want to get too technical, because there's people on here who will, most likely your eyes will glaze over when we go technical. All that's in the training, so you don't have to worry about it. And if you get stuck, guess what? You open a support ticket, and if we feel that it's too complicated to go over in the ticket, we'll jump on a call with you, or we'll send you a Loom video. If it's not within the training, then we update our training to help other people. At the end of the day, myself and Robert are humans, and we can't always foresee every eventuality, but when we do find an issue, we get it fixed. Or if there's something that someone's confused about, we add it to the training. We're forever updating our training all the time. So the silver package is $197 a month. And once again, you're not paying this on the Black Friday deal, but you get the Build, Rent, Rank training, the inner circle, unlimited web hosting, the unlimited 10 gig email boxes, the Magic Code Builder. You get the agency website as per the first package. Then you're going to get the Magic Call Center. This is a WordPress plugin that you can link Twilio phone numbers up to, divert them, manage them, and run SMS messages with them. And for a good example, you can divert a phone number to a client, so you can, and it's trackable. It's got inside the system a graph to show you how many calls there have been and how long they've been for, who they're from. You can see the phone numbers, you can record calls. And then also it's got the SMS system. So what you can do, a text message comes in on a number, you can forward that text message to another number. So that means then when you rent this site out to customer A, you could have a mobile number on the screen saying, send me a text message here. It comes in and goes straight back out to the end user. So you don't have to manage any of that. You just let it run. Then you get access to the DFY niche website library. Now, we are going to be pumping out a lot more themes over the coming months. So each time we put a theme in there, you'll be able to pick which one you want. But in the 197 package, you can only activate 10 websites. So you'll get a license key you can enter, and it activates the site, and you can only have 10 sites available. So if we've got 50 sites in there in the future, you can only go with 10 activations on that plan. Then we move up to $497 a month on the current deals, where you can have unlimited sites. You get the same again, Build, Rent, Rank training, inner circle, unlimited web hosting, unlimited 10 gig email boxes, Magic Code Builder, the agency website, Magic Call Center, the DFY niche website library with all different niches in, when we're adding more and more as we go along, and unlimited licenses. That means that you could install a plumber site 50 times, you could install an electrician site 50 times, and as we add more and more niches in, guess what? You'll be able to install them. But we wanted to be fair on this webinar. It's Black Friday. We wanted to look after you guys. We're going to show you the Black Friday deals and smash this out the park for you.
So here it comes, but one last time. It's $97 a month, $197 a month, $497 a month. And this is the standard pricing for the Done For You Magic Themes on our website.
Yeah.
And it was designed to help people that can't come up with that large lump sum of money. But watch this.
So we've smashed these prices out the park. Just to say, the agency website has on it, and when we're doing Q&As, we can actually show you a agency website. The agency website has demos on it. And what we've done is we've pre-installed demos that are on a domain name that is not branded to DFI Magic Theme. So you could just install the agency website by itself, promote that in your local area, and when Mr. Plumber knocks on the door and goes, I would like a plumbing site, please, you go, yeah, well, we rent them out for 99 bucks. And he goes, yes, please. So you buy the domain name, you install the site. And by the way, when you install one of our sites, yes, you can do it very quickly. If you're following the training, I would say probably the first site's going to take you a day or so just to get used to what you're doing. For the second site, you can smack it out of the park in half an hour. But you don't tell the customer that. You say, yeah, we can get a site set up for you. It's going to take us probably, 5 to 7 days, maybe a bit longer. But if you're happy to wait, put a deposit down and we can get it set up for you. And they'll go, great. So this time next week, we'll have a site for you. Well, guess what? You deliver early. That makes them happy. And the happy customer will spend more money with you. So these prices here, what we've done is we've done a yearly deal. So normally the front end package, $97 a month, would cost you $1,164 a year. But you can get in on Black Friday deal only for $497. And then we've got the no excuses deals of the middle package. Normally it costs you $2,364 a year. And what you're going to get here for $1,497 a year is the Build, Rent, Rank training, Inner Circle, unlimited web hosting, unlimited 10 gig email boxes, the Magic Code Builder, the agency website, the Magic Call Center, the DFY library as it grows. You're going to get the 10 website activations as well. The one difference with this, and I'm going to let Robert take us in a minute, we're going to explain the third package, and then Robert's going to tell you all about the no excuse Defier deal, right? On the top package here, this is the no excuse Defier deal plus. It's a one-time fee. So you pay $4,997 once, and you get all of this again, the training, the Inner Circle, the hosting, the Magic Code Builder, the agency website. Just think about this. If you were to sell a site to somebody, right, and they were to pay you, how much can you sell one site for? Easily $5,000, if not more. And if you did that, you'd easily cover the cost by selling one site. And our licensing platform, which is built in Product Dino, you'll be given access to your own licensing area. Guess what? You sell a site. If they don't pay you, you go in and hit a button and it disables the site. You have that control. So you have a bonus there. I wouldn't recommend selling sites. I personally would rather rent them out and make more money long term. Because if a customer stops paying you, you still own the site, you can rent it out. So you're going to get all the things we've already talked about in that list. Unlimited, but in the one-time fee, unlimited activations, and there's an extra bonus here, which I'm going to let Robert take, as well as the Defier no excuses deal. You want to take it from there, Robert?
Well, first of all, I want to come back for a second, because look at the insanity for this Black Friday special deal. Look at the insanity of pricing here. You're getting a complete agency site, business in a box, ready to go with demos for $497 a year. Rather than paying $3,000 to $5,000, probably way more than that because of the complexity of that agency site puts you in business online. And it's meant to do that. So you look more professional with that agency site as a brand new agency than you would scratching by getting somebody to build one, trying to be cheap about it, and end up spending a couple $3,000 and have garbage. You're getting I'm telling you, that by itself for $497, not even adding all the things that are included with that first Defier deal. The Magic Code Builder, the call center, the Inner Circle, the hosting. There's so much involved in that. And we had to put this together because we had to be true to ourselves, give you the options of what you can do and what you can't do, because we don't know your situation. However, we want to be able to help you to get started. So that's the Defier deal all by itself. Gold opportunity. The Defier deal light at $14.97. Think about it. You're getting 10 websites. What can I tell you? Look at the cost of one website at $500, right? 3 websites, if you were paying $500, only $500 is the cost of that per year. You're getting 10 websites The cost per website is nothing. Plus the rest of what's already added, the call center, the website activations, the MLB. You have everything in that package at such a low price. Yes, it's yearly, but at the end of the day, you're getting so much value to build your business that you should be making 10 times that investment really quickly. But you have to take action. This is the part of Black Friday. You have to decide to pull the trigger on what fits your budget. Okay, but we have slashed the prices. It's insane what we've done here.
Can I just add to this? I know of other programs that charge that price alone just to do mass pages. We're including a call center WordPress plugin with this. You can route your calls, right? And I know other services that charge this alone just for a call center system.
Mm-hmm.
Our support alone is worth way more. We could easily charge the 10K on the Black Friday deal. And I'll tell you now, we're going to keep this deal open for a certain amount of time. And I know one question that came up before we did this was how long for? Well, when we hit the end of Cyber Monday, this will close down, plain and simple. And it'll be $997 to get in on the lifetime deal. It'll be $2,364 on a yearly deal. It'll be $1,164 on the first deal. If you want to build a serious rank and rent business, and I'm always saying, build it, rent it, then rank it, then jump in now for the best deal that you can get, because after Cyber Monday, this deal's gone. Don't go opening support tickets to us going, oh, it's the day after Cyber Monday. I've only just seen a replay and I've missed a deal, because I tell you now, once we close the doors on this, it is closed. This deal will not be available again at these prices.
People that know us know when we say we're going to do something like shut it down or raise the price, there's no messing with that. We stay true to our word every single time. Now, the value is here. You're the one that has to say, I'm ready to change my life. I'm ready to make a difference and go forward, and do something with people that can support me and help me. Again, just looking at the value. Now, the best deal is for those that have some capital, and that capital is that one-time investment. But that one-time investment, when you look at the numbers, whether it's 10 websites or 20 websites or 50 websites, that price per website drops to pennies on the dollar. You just have to do the math. What are you going to do with the program? So that best deal at $4,997 one time, I'm going to repeat that. $4,997 one time, not yearly, no other costs. What do you get? You get everything that we've been talking about. You get the build, rent training. You get the inner circle. You get the unlimited hosting. Right? Unlimited hosting for unlimited websites. It's nuts.
Do you know something? Can I just touch on that, Robert? One of our members joined us. They were paying GoDaddy monthly, right? They got in on a one-time deal with us way back when we first started this, right? And we don't, it's been a while since we understood about even doing a one-time deal. But we've had quite a few people message us going, any chance of a one-time deal again? We missed out when you first did it. We wish we'd bought in when we did. And that one-time deal back then, that price has gone forever, and we won't go back to that pricing. So with this deal today, the hosting alone is going to be well worth the money, then the support, then all the things you've got on the screen. And on top of that, we are going to do the no excuses Difffire deal.
You get the same. You get the Magic Code Builder. You get that same agency website to get you going. And we recommend you start with that. You get the Magic Call Center. This is the first time we mentioned the DFI Magic Video Ranker program. Yes, it does exactly what it says on the tin. It ranks your videos, and it helps rank your websites, right? We're giving you the full package to take this by the horn and run with it. The bull by the horn, right? The DFY niche library, that's going to continue to grow. And these are great bleeding neck problem niches. The business owners need websites for. I haven't talked about the DFY Magic Client Finder. It's included in the Plus, the Difffire Deal Plus. I can spend an hour just talking about the Magic Client Finder. But at the end of the day, you have the websites. You can build them in minutes. You can build as many as you want to. And you have the client finder to constantly fill your pipeline of new clients coming in to rent those from you. This is unbelievable at that price. In fact, I think we're a little nuts to even do it.
Yeah.
As a one-time, it could be yearly and be well worth the value because of what you can do with this. We wanted to make it a no-brainer deal. We did. I think we just completely crushed the idea of it not being a no-brainer deal for all of those things that you get with the unlimited hosting, unlimited websites, client finder, video ranker. You have it all. But guess what? We even sweetened it a little bit more. For those that jump in on this, there's going to be a limited amount of people that can get it. That's what the asterisk is at the bottom there for. We're going to install 10 of these sites for you. It's a done-for-you installation.
So all you'll need to do is buy 10 domain names and point them to our hosting. And our team will do the install. Then all you need to do is go in and, following the easy training, update the company data on each of the sites. So you'll be able to come in and go, I want that niche, and that niche, please. And as you point the domain names to the hosting, please note it can take up to 24 hours for the domain names to go live on the hosting before we can do the install for. But we do the install and we'll set it all up with a username and password you choose. All you'll need to then do is go in and update the company data inside of the Magic Code Builder, which we show you how to, and the site's ready to roll. So you don't even have to do the easy install that we've shown you earlier on this webinar.
So we'll get into it in the Q&A. the done-for-you site installs, it's game over. You have 10 sites ready to go. Put whatever value you want that you want to rent those per month, right? 500. It's all based on who is looking at the sites, how motivated they are to get leads to their business, and how much capital they have to invest in it. And then you set up the package. We'll go through this. We have so much more that we could cover, but we'd keep you on here all night, and that's not our intention. So that being said, we're going to move to what happens to get the 10 site done-for-you installs. We need action takers.
Yeah.
The no excuses to fire deal. The bonus limit is to 10 action takers. No excuses to fire deal. We're going to add in Zoom coaching calls with us as your accountability partners. What does that mean? We're going to do Zoom calls with the people that get in on this deal. And we're going to set expectations of where we are and what we're doing and point you in all the directions to go to get this done. This part of the coaching calls is only for the light or the plus for the first 10 action takers.
Now, just to be clear, if you take the light version, that's the yearly plan, right? You'll get access to the Zoom call coaching, right? If you take the plus, the one-time fee, you get access to the same thing, but the difference is it's a one-time price, and you also get our team to help you get the 10 installs done. That's the exciting thing with this, which is why we have to limit this, okay? We have to limit it, because if everyone got in on this bonus deal, then we have to support many more people. So this is how it's going to work. If 10 of you take up the light one, and you're only going to be on the no excuses extra Zoom call training, as well as the inner circle, remember, because the inner circle we give extra training in there, then 10 action takers on the light will get in on that. And if 10 people go for the plus plan, they'll get the same thing again, but the difference is you're going to get the installs done, 10 installs, which is why we can only take on 10 people for the installs, because if we took on everybody, our team couldn't keep up with it and you'd be waiting a while for the installs to be done. We don't want that. But you have to take action right now. You can't wait, right? And after, by the way, just to say, when this webinar's ended, the 10 install deal's gone because we can't keep it open. So if you're seeing the replay at a later time and you go to a page and we say to you the bonuses are gone, and the other way we'll do it as well, that once you're in, we will message the people who've got in and say, well done, you've got in, you're part of the lifetime deal on their one-time price, you're in there and you're an action taker, and now you can then buy your domain name, submit a support ticket with the domain names and the login details for each of the sites you want, and our guys will go and do the install for you.
Like Stephen said, the point is you take action, you jump in. You get in front. Don't let everybody fill those seats. Don't lose that opportunity. It's already insane, but now you don't even have to do the work on your first 10 builds. And we're going to continue with this because what's important to us, the no excuses to fire deal, is to remove all the reasons why you stop moving forward. We want to get rid of the excuses by eliminating the need for them. That's why we put that together for the first 10 people, the action takers, so they could get those 10 sites built, right? Technology slows people down. And if it's something that you do every day, you've done it over and over and over again, it gets easier and easier, right? So that's where we are. And our tech team can take these sites and build them pretty quick. However, you still have to supply us your company information and details that go on those sites. And then you're going to take them from there and continue to work the program and the training to rank your sites and get them in the hands of your clients. The no excuses to fire deal, the bonus limit to 10 action takers. And we're going to do those accountability calls, the Zoom calls. Why are we doing that? Because you know what? People are human nature. We're all going to do the same things. I am accountable. My accountability partner is Steven. And every day I'm accountable to Steven. And if Steven needs something for us to get done, I do it because I'm being held accountable. My own integrity to make sure that Steven is taken care of as my partner. But you know what? It's like the angel on your shoulder and the devil on your shoulder. When it comes to me, the devil on my shoulder comes out and says, you don't have to do that today. You can get away with this. That can wait till tomorrow. And we make up excuses, right? You gotta, at some point, say, when an accountability partner helped me to achieve my goals, I can guarantee you that having a Zoom call and having a schedule and having a plan sets the stage for your rank and rent business. So we put together the no excuses, the fire deal, the Zoom coaching calls with us as your accountability partners. We're going to help you. We're going to help direct you on those calls. And we're going to help remove some of the roadblocks to move forward in the program. We want success for you. You got to want it for yourself and take action and do it. But what I will say, if you're in that program, so this is your opportunity. And when these 10 are gone, like Steven said, they're gone. You have a choice to make now. You can either invest in yourself now, come back later, and risk missing special offer. So those that are ready, the 10 action takers, you're going to be asking, how can I get this? Because you want to be the first 10, right? I know, I've been there. Webinar only, special. Go here now, dfymagicthemes.com.
We've literally just made the page live. And I've put the link in the chat as well. So this is super exciting. And remember, you're going to get the support. You're going to get the niche websites. We're going to go into Q&As in a minute, and we're going to show you more about what you're going to get. Don't sit on the fence. Jump in right now. Get in at the best price possible, because once we get to Cyber Monday, that deal's gone. And if you miss out on being one of the 10, don't worry, because you'll still be in the inner circle, okay? And if someone drops out of the program because they aren't taking action, we will then offer that to somebody else to come in part of the 10. There's going to be an opportunity as we go along with this to get you in. So don't worry, okay? If you miss out, if you've seen this replay and you've missed out, still buy in and put your name, raise a support ticket saying, I want to be on the No Excuses Fire webinars, and we will get you onto them, onto the training in Zoom, and we will have you on that list. And as soon as someone drops out, we'll bring it in.
So the No Excuses Fire deal, we're ready to go to Q&A. And there's the link again, sunfieldmagicteams.com. And like Steve said, he put in the chat.
Put your questions in, and we will go over them straight away for you.
Who wants to start? Just raise a hand. Lori said.
Okay.
Richard said. Like, boom, boom, boom.
Go ahead and unmute yourself, Laurie.
I love it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing? All right?
Good. Going through your deal, it made me start thinking about when I first joined the Inner Circle and first actually met you two. I want to say you saved me because I was in another program and it was really confusing. Long story short, it was confusing. And I think we all come into your program at different levels of expertise. And my level is, I knew some things and I've tried programs to get me to the next level, actually build a business, but I never actually got there. And so the ease of this was I was able to install a website already built, ready to rank, and I did it. And it has worked. And when I ran into a problem, all I did was submit a support ticket, and you guys helped me so many times, and you've trained me, and you've shared those little bits of information that you don't get from other programs. And it just has helped me tremendously. In a year, I have clients, I actually have a business. I know more now than I ever have. And it's gotten rid of the fear. And so that's what I wanted to say. So if someone's coming in and they are afraid that this isn't going to work, or they're not really sure that they're going to be able to understand it and actually do this, from my level of being all new to it, it's been a game changer for me. And I can't say enough about the both of you. So thank you.
No, there was, firstly, it comes to mind that you, by being a done for youer, you start to understand as well that where your websites are that you're either doing for your clients or you're doing for yourself is where they sit in the bigger picture. And I saw some of the questions like, can you guarantee top of page one, etc. And the thing being is that with the builds that you realize that you've got your hands on, with no two words about it, cutting edge technology that other people haven't got a grip on. And when I say other people, I'm talking your competitors. Now, I don't want anybody to be signed up near where I live. And the reason being is because I know that where I operate to small, medium enterprises, that I've got an in that other companies don't have. And for instance, I was talking to a builder last week, and he was saying, I've got my new website. And two things. First of all, it's on a closed Facebook builder site rather than being open source as we've got with WordPress, with all those different things we can do with it. And he's actually had a look at it, and it's actually being built on an e-commerce Shopify platform. So it's a bit like having the wrong engine in your car with square wheels. But on the outside, it looks okay. So I think that one of the things is that it'll be a little bit mind-blowing for people here, because it'll be shocking them as to what it can be done. And if you noticed on the top cell where you haven't had time, I know we've been going a long time, but you've got the video ranker, you've got the lead, obviously we've been talking about the lead ranker system that will be providing, spreadsheets for us and where we can target the right people. But it also teaches you about WordPress, about SEO, ethical ranking, and it really does work. And from the principles that I've learned, I've built sites outside the done for you niches, but by using the principles, I've ranked them on page one of Google in absolute no time, because what you learn under the done for you system is that their systems for building these sites, you can use what you learn outside as well, and you can advise clients and get paid. And I know we're not talking about business and money, but I literally had somebody who came to my house last Monday and was giving me money. Simple reason being is because of what I've learned here is they know that I can rank websites. And so that's where this is why I'm here in support. And really, you'll learn so much of value after you join, more than you can ever imagine. So
thank you, Richard, very much for your comments.
Okay, hi. Thank you for having me, and awesome presentation today.
Well,
so echo everything that Lori and Richard are saying. So I don't want to repeat that. I'll talk more from the customer angle. And what clients really want is they want more sales, and they want to know that there's somebody looking out for them and who's got their badge. Like, so many marketers will go to clients and just say, hey, I got this, I can do this for you, you're interested. And that's what all the marketers say. Or not all of them, I can't speak for everybody, but they want to know that you know what their need is and that you can deliver. And where a lot of people struggle is with tech, and I'm no exception to that. So I came into this group over a year ago, right? So I had I'm just going to say one sentence about this, but it's really about the support that Robert and Stephen give. And that is that I'm more the social side, and I can go out and get the clients, and I don't have a problem with talking to them. But the tech is where I struggled more. And my tech partner, who was a really good friend of Robert and Stephen, passed away. And it's almost 2 years, like next week is 2 years. But so he was the tech side and I was social side. And when he passed away, I reached out to Stephen and Robert because I knew that out of all the tech things, like he's super, super smart. He's one of a Microsoft partner. Like he works with Microsoft to help test new programs and stuff like that. And if Dave believed in these guys, then I knew that I could too. So I came to Stephen and Robert, and Dave had nothing but so much support for me and somebody who's not super techy. Like I can get the tech and I can understand it, but to have somebody come alongside me and offer that support that I've gotten from no other internet marketing company. And I've been in network marketing, internet marketing for about 12 years. And these guys are far and above, but way beyond what any other company has done that I've come across. And I've spent well into 6 figures trying to figure all this crap out. And the best money I spent has been with Stephen and Robert and the support that they give. So even when I have tech questions that are not exactly related to what they teach, they're still helping me out. And I cannot thank you guys enough for everything that you do. And the Friday calls every Friday has been invaluable. Our mastermind, our group is still small enough that you can answer personal questions. And where a lot of companies will say they offer support and then they might for a little bit, but then they don't. And I've never, ever had a time when Stephen and Robert have not answered a question that I've had. And when I submit a support ticket, Stephen will attach to this. Like, Stephen is more responsive than I am to his responses to me. So, like
Wow.
they're right away very, very good about responding to support tickets. And then I've been like overwhelmed with my own trauma and family drama that like I don't always get back to them right away. So they've always been here and they've been extremely patient with me. And that has made a world of a difference. And as long as these guys are online, so that's Cooper, my dog, defending me. So as long as these guys are around, I'm here with you and I've got your back because I know you have mine.
So we, excuse me. So we put the pricing page back up, and the address where you got to go is in the chat.
Can I add to this, Robert? I've mentored people when the pandemic hit. I had people come to me in this industry struggling, and they paid me $1,000 a month happily to be mentored one-on-one. You got to remember in this model that the faster you get to market, the quicker you're going to make money out of it. That's the thing with this. And one of my guys who I was mentoring, he was struggling so much. He spent months building a website that didn't rank, didn't do very well at all. We helped him get a website up and running. At the time, this was before DFI Magic Themes came along, and I helped him SEO it all up. We spent a month doing it, and then he got a client in. When we launched DFI Magic Themes, he bought instantly on the lifetime package back then. And now, since then, we now include the Magic Location Builder. The Magic Location Builder is basically a white label version of Page Generator Pro. And we do training in it. And the idea is you build your site in a central location, and then you build extra locations around it in a very quick way, because you literally clone a page. Let's say the home page, you hit a clone button, it takes it into Page Generator Pro. And after it's inside of there, you change one little word, which is the location one. And all the way down the page, you put the location where you want it and you say generate. And it generates those local extra satellite sites. And then they get found, which means it's keyword times location, and you end up with more areas. And what we've been doing now is we set the site up, we rent it out. For an example, let's say if you're someone that thinks your area may not do as well, you rent out for 99 discount price of $99. You say normally $500 a month. It's $99 right now, just to get some money in. And then after 6 months, you go back to them when they got leads coming in, and then you up it to $500. But also in that time, you can then say, I'll tell you what, how about this? You pay $99 right now, but if you want these other locations, so an example in the UK, we've got Manchester, London, Bristol, let's say those locations, and London was a central location. You could say, how do you now like to rent Bristol and also Manchester and Birmingham? That's another $300 a month. Once they trust you and you've got the like factor in place and they fully trust you, guess what? They're going to rent those pages as well because they don't want their competition having them. If they say no, that's not a problem. Dave the plumber, I've got Steve the plumber who's over that way. I'm going to rent that page to him. Now, what you can always do as well is set another domain name up in the other location and rent that to somebody. But when you start thinking about it, I've got sites where I live in Somerset, in Taunton, Ilminster, Chardcrooker, and all the Somerset. I hit my location hard, and I rent these sites out to people. So once you get 10 sites in, that's $1,000 a month coming in. Think about it. 20 sites is $2,000 a month. Is that a good thing in your pocket? And that's even before you've gone back to sell more locations. That's why we're so passionate about this, and we have the niches all in place, and we're adding more and more niches as we go along on our new builds. This is the super exciting thing about it, and I can go through some of the niches briefly. We've got more than this, but we've got pest control, roofer, garden, HVAC, plumber, painter, and electrician. And there's more on our front page. So those that come in now, and we've had an amazing response already on the 4997 deal. The spaces for the done for you, the actual the Defier exclusive deal, where we're going to have mentorship in the new year, that is filling up fast. And once that's full up, what we have said is whoever buys in after, let's say number 11 buys in, what we're going to do at that point, put your name on the list, whoever's bought in next will get in if someone drops out. It's plain and simple. We want a small group of people that we can take on that journey. And that's going to be worth more than the top package at the moment.
That's what I was going to say, Stephen. I was going to say what we're not seeing on this page, because all we look at are numbers, right? But what we're not seeing on this page is the commitment that you and I are putting in to drive, to support, to remove the roadblocks for people to move forward on this. And I can't even tell you how passionate I am about that program. Because why are we offering it? Because we see people struggle. Even though they have the ways to do it easily, they still struggle to be motivated on their own because it's a lonely business. And like I said earlier, having somebody to be accountable to just is a different mindset, because this is, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like your own mind is at war with itself about what you should do every day. And you kind of go to the easy things and forget the priorities of what you should get done. And you blow stuff off that you shouldn't. But when you have something that you're being accountable for, you tend to work harder to get that done.
Yeah.
So it's there's so much value in that. In the way that I see that program, it's going to grow.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a monster. But for right now, it's accountability to get you started in your web agency, to overcome the roadblocks and move forward. This is an opportunity, because when that program grows and more gets added to it, the price is going to go way up. And right now we're offering it as part of that package because we're giving you everything.
Well, I've just had a question come in from Tommy. He says, how quickly can I grow my business? Well, it's all down to, you have to put work in. I can't force you to work. All right. You have to put work in yourself. But think about it this way. You follow our training to set the hosting up. You follow our training to install one of the themes. If you get stuck on the way, open the support ticket and we're there to help. And that's the difference with this. And then once you sign up, we're going to do an onboarding call with you. They're probably going to start just after Cyber Monday, and we'll reach out to you. We're going to do a one-on-one call where we can just make sure you're fully set up, you're ready to go, because some people jump into this too quickly and try and do things a bit blindly. So when you get into our members area, you'll have the training, but we don't give you access to the themes yet because you need access to the hosting. So we do an onboarding call with you. And that's why on the top package, we want to limit the numbers, because if I had 100 people come in, I can't do onboarding calls to 100 people. Even if me and Robert took half each, it'd be days and days of work. So we are limiting this is part of the Defire deal. So the first 10 that get in will get an onboarding call. Everyone else, we will do a generic video and you'll get access to the themes shortly after we've done that. We might actually have to do for everyone else another Zoom call where we bring everyone else in on a separate Zoom call. But the first 10 in on this will get an onboarding call with me and Robert, and we will make sure you've got access to everything you need. We'll make sure you're set up, you're ready to go, and everything's all good. I mean, this is, exciting. If you add it up, right, the hosting alone is well worth that over let's say 5-6 years, and we're in here for the long haul, because we are doing this ourselves. If we had no one sign up this, right, and I've already got people saying I'm in, so welcome on board for John. If we didn't have people coming on board with this, then I would still go out and build these sites. You see, with a big package, if I choose just one niche plumber, how many sites can I build in that particular niche? I could have 100. You have as many as you want, Lane, as many as you want. On the top package, it's unlimited activations. So if you just went with plumber and you could do 200 plumber sites all over the place, right? As long as you can afford to get the domain names, you got the hosting, and just to add with the hosting, you can host your own sites on there, or your own client sites. If you've got client sites, if you're paying for hosting with another hosting company, move your sites over and get rid of that hosting, save your monthly fee on it. Can all the colors, photos, videos be changed? Absolutely. We've got global colors in there. And in fact, I've got to be 100% transparent. We haven't done the global colors training yet in the members area, but if someone wanted to do the change the global colors, open a support ticket. I can do a quick Loom video to show you where it is, and we will add it to the training at some point. Same with the videos. We use Cadence on our builds. It is edit the page, click where it is. You can change images, you can change, add videos, all sorts. And we are bringing into the Inner Circle membership when we do the Friday calls more training on Cadence. Does the 15-word content spin?
I'll take that one.
Go on then, Robert.
Every niche website has long content articles, if you will. So on the home page, we have 2 of them. On the About Us page, we have 1 of them. On the 7 services, my tongue got stuck there, services pages, there's 1 article for every service at 1,500 words each. And every time those pages load independently, they spin, they change content. Every time Google comes and crawls that site, they see different content on those pages. You're a superstar for updating your website without ever doing it. That's why part of all of this, there's so much beyond a conversation on a webinar that we do. We have outbound authority links. We have stuff set up for you, including the SEO that's already pre-done. Can you adjust it, edit it? Absolutely. If you decide you don't want something on a particular service page and you want to change that page around to be plumbing faucets instead of bathtub fixtures, you can change that content. I mean, we're not restricting you to never change your site. They're completely editable. But the point is to get started. And the biggest problem that we ran across, this is our frustration of the broken wheel. We needed help getting started. And to spend 6 months on a boot camp, right? Every week on a boot camp for 6 months and still don't have a site built. That's a waste of time. So that frustration is what drive us to create this, because we saw the broken wheel and we were part of it. And you get me started and we'll be here all night. It that frustrates the heck out of me, that when you buy something and you buy into something and you start and trusting somebody that you think they have all the answers, but all they do is keep selling you other stuff.
Jonathan's just asked, if I can't make it to your boot camps in January, are there replays? We will be recording training, which will be put into a special Facebook group area and members area for you. That will be just for the people that get in on that in January. So if you can't make it, don't worry. The idea of the accountability calls is to get a group of people together where we can make sure you're going. It's going to be once a month, by the way, the Zoom calls. So you'll come along to them once a month, and you don't only have to be on for 10 minutes. You don't have to stay on for the whole time. But the idea of them is to say, where are you, so-and-so? How are you getting on? What are the struggles? Because the only person that can hold you back in business is you, nobody else. How many times in your life, right? And you're welcome to put ones in the chat if you want to on here. How many times you've been told you can't do something? You're no good at doing something. I got told at school all the time how crap I was at doing stuff. But look at this. Look at what myself and Robert put together now. This amazing program, with training. And when I get praise, I struggle to accept it because I doubt myself, and everyone doubts themselves in life, right? Don't be a doubter, be an action taker, right? And make sure you're in the right place for this. We all struggle with things in life, right? But the difference is with this is myself and Robert are there to help you. I know Lane just said, is that part of the quick ranking? Content is king, Lane, right? Content is always king. And if you've got a site with good content on it, and then you add more good content to it, it's going to grow and grow and grow. And then the second part to it is having good links to it. I see all these people buying thousands of links to their sites. And I know I've got a children's entertainer, a friend of mine. He bought some links off of Fiverr, 20,000 of them, and he damaged his site. We had to buy him a new domain name, set him back up again, and get him back online. And that's that's what happened to him. So, and to rank, is it recommended to write blogs and or other additional SEO? Is it even needed? On my site, I was just going to say, I have a site up, Crewkern Web Design. It's built off our agency site. I stuck the site up and it's ranking by itself, right? I didn't add anything else to it. I've done nothing else to it. I just chucked it up, right? And in fact, I'm just in the middle of reloading the new version up because it's now our new versions have SEO done by Rank Math. So it's even better. So, at the end of the day, we can't guarantee rankings because Google's Google. But on the other side of it, on average, majority of our sites rank very, very quickly. I don't know if you want to take more on that, Robert.
What I wanted to say is you have to look at the niche, you have to look at the area, you have to look at the competition. But this is the long game, right? So you can't just leave a website sit to die. But on the other side of that, what we have in other stuff that we get into, like the Video Ranker and other tools that are there in part of the training, is ways to do this and automate it.
Yeah.
Right? So that you always look like you're doing stuff that you're not doing. You can set up blog posts on a schedule for an entire year, and you get that done. So the point is to get started. If it's going to take you 6 months to get your first site built, and I'll tell you, it took me a year and a half to reach the point of throwing my hands up in the air and saying, if I don't get help, I have to quit. I can't get this figured out. So how long will it take you to do something like this? With us, it's so fast. It's so quick because we put it together to not be frustrating and to get results. So it's really a mindset. You know what? The internet will sell you everything that you could ever even think that you want and promise you the world. The ATM spitting money out at you. At the end of the day, a lot of those things do work, but they're not supported. They're not giving you your answers to your questions, and then you're stuck and then you can't move forward. Those are roadblocks. We're doing all of that. And if you sit on the fence long enough and nothing happens, guess what? Nothing's going to change. You're going to be right where you are. So it's up to you to really think about, can I pull the trigger on this and go with it? And that's what you have to do to make a change in your life when it comes to something like this. And you know, it's a passion, and I promise you that accountability program is going to be set up in such a way it doesn't matter what your schedules are. You're going to be able to get to the videos and get to the parts of the stuff that we're asking you to get done, the milestones. Because we know everybody's going to have a different schedule. Nobody's going to be able to make this call this week, or somebody will be on that call and not the other call. So everything has to be in one place that everybody can get to it when their schedule allows them to get to it. That's the only way we can do it where it makes sense. And then we do the live Zoom calls, the accountability calls, to stay with the focus and then answer those questions that you guys can't get the answer to in the training. Excuse me, you still have support, a support desk. However, we're going to hold you accountable. And you know, if there's 2 months that go by, because we're going to put a 30-day calendar on the agency build in January. Why 30 days? Because everybody's getting started. Everybody's coming out of the holidays. I don't want to start over the holidays because it's too hard for everybody, including myself. So we're going to start in January. We're going to put a 30-day calendar on it. And we're going to get the agency site built. And we're going to take it from there. And we find out in week 2 that John is completely lost, right? He can't even get a domain name purchased. If he's in that program, he's going to get a Zoom call and he's going to get pushed by me. If Steven's not around, he'll be on the call with me. But we're going to make sure that whatever that roadblock is of getting started is lifted, because that accountability program is important to me. It's got to drive results, and it's going to.
I got Lucy in Sam's chat saying it scares me a little bit to do such a big investment. What guarantees can you give? The only guarantee I can give you, right, is that we're going to hold your hand, right, on these accountability calls, and we're going to make sure you do the work. So I assume you probably bought a program in the past, and put one in the chat if you bought a program in the past and found it too hard and given up, right? And in Sam's chat we get a ton of ones. And the thing is, right, is I've done that too, and I've got to a point where I said, you know what, I've had enough of this. You join us, right? You join us, and we'll make sure you do the work, because when you join the accountability calls, there's going to be a criteria, right? We're not going to push you too hard, right? But each month when we meet up, there's going to be some things we're going to expect you to have done. If those aren't done, like, so we have our first call in January, and then we have one in February. By the time we get to February, if those things aren't done, right, then we can't allow you to continue on the program, right? So it means if you want to stay on that program, you've got to get the things done. If you struggle in between calls, you raise a support ticket and we will help you. We'll make sure you are on track. So it's not just the case of going, oh, what if, right? Take action, jump in with us, get on the call, right? You know, we've already got Paul on board. He's coming in on it. I'm trying to remember some of the names, Robert, that signed up the other day with us. But we've got quite a few people coming in already. And so when those 10 spaces are filled up, we're not going to take anybody else on, and we'll put people on a waiting list, because we don't want the group to be big. If the group grows big and we get, let's say, 50 people coming, we can't help all 50 people at once. It becomes unmanageable. That's why we stuck to 10. And that's the exciting thing. And I know, you know, spaces are filling up very quickly on the top package. We've got some people who have signed up on lower packages, and welcome on board. Yeah, we're pleased to have you on board with us. So can we guarantee after tonight that any of those spaces will be gone, you know, available still? We can't, right? But even if you bought in after this, then you're still going to get the support anyway for the support desk from us and being on the inner circle. And that's the bonus with this. And these themes are easily worth 10 times that. If you set up one of these websites and sold just one of the sites to somebody online, you could get your investment back tomorrow, you know. I can't quite say tomorrow, Robert, because we have said that we're going to do an onboarding call first, and then we're going to release the themes to you. And the only reason we're doing that is so people we found have rushed in and gone to try set things up, and then we've had a ton of support tickets going. I've messed up, and we have you watched the train? No, I haven't. So we're going to do an onboarding call for those that buy in with us, and they come on board, and that's a one-on-one call for the 10 people. And then we give you access. We're going to tick a box off on the onboarding call and give you access to the themes and make sure that you're in the hosting, you're in the inner circle. We do everything on the call at the same time, and we make sure that you've got access to everything. So this is super exciting. Sarah's on board, Paul's on board, Mike's on board. So we've got quite a few people who have come in already, and this is super exciting, you guys, to have you on board with this, and we really want you to do well. If you're serious about running a rank and rent business, and you want to make money out of this, and you've tried with other programs, it hasn't worked, this program is for you. And we will keep pushing and batting your corner, I would say, to make sure you succeed. Now, we've been on for an hour and a half. If there aren't any more questions tonight, then we don't want to keep you on any longer. If you're really stuck, you're more than welcome to reach out to myself, facebook.com/Stephen with a PH .Brocklehurst. That's BROCKLEHURST. I'm inside the groups, Rank Masters, the DFY Rank and Rent group. We're in different groups, and you'll find me easily enough on Facebook. So, and also you can comment on underneath this video. Just put my name below, and we can arrange to do a Zoom call with you if you're sat on the fence with this. Anything else you want to add, Robert, before we sign off?
No, I think it's been said. I think that, if you're missing information or we didn't give you what you needed, you need to reach out to us. If it's you have questions, you're not putting them in the chat, we can't answer them. Yeah. So we want to help. That's all there is to it. But it's the first step sometimes is the hardest of asking for help and making that commitment to get started. We're here for the long haul. We've helped people. You've heard from people. You just look us up online if it's a trust thing, and look at the testimonials for Dunfew Magic Teams of people that have been around us for over 2 years. We started like 2.5 years ago. So here it goes. We look forward to seeing you in the members area, and I really want to see people in the accountability program, because I think that's the next level that we're going to go to make sure people are building. And on the top package, we built 10 of the sites for you. I mean, you can't ask for any more than that.
It's going to be easy, because you're going to point your domain names at the hosting. We're going to go in and do the physical installs of the files, and then all you need to go in to the short codes and update the company data, and then just let the site sit there for a bit. Go off and follow the training on the citations and bits and pieces like that. Once you get your head around it, it's awesome. I just had one last question come in. Can we outsource this? You can, but what we recommend you do is learn the business yourself first and how to do it, to then show the person who you're going to bring in to outsource to, because you could give them all the training and let them get on with it. But what happens if you need to take over for some reason? Let's say that outsourcer suddenly stops working with you and disappears, and then you've got to lock them out of everything, change your passwords, which isn't a problem, because we make sure we back you up on everything. We make sure, if you had an outsourcer that did something to one of your sites, we can lock them out. It's not a problem. But the important thing is to remember that it's better to know the whole course yourself, and then bring someone into it, and then at least then whatever they're doing for you, you know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's a tough one. When you don't know yourself, the business, and you're giving it to an outsource, now you're believing everything they're telling you. And I don't think that that's always the wisest way to do it, because you're relying your entire business to somebody that may be more technically advanced than you and redirects payments to them instead of you, and all kinds of things can happen. So
Yeah.
you got to be in control of your business. That's a very important thing.
Just to say one final thing, and I mentioned this before, people still approach me now to do one-on-one training, and I charge $1,000 a month, right? Let's say we do an accountability call and only one of you turned up because no one else could make it. Guess what? You get both of me and Robert for that. That's the crazy thing about it. If two people turn up, you two people will get it, you know, and we know not everyone can make it. We've got someone in Australia that's joined us who can't get on the accountability calls because we do them normally in the evenings, Eastern Standard Time. So it means that, you know, it's sort of 5 p.m.-ish onwards, that it's very difficult for them to get onto these calls because it's nighttime for them. But we still support them. We'll still make sure he's okay. And we send the training on to him afterwards, and he can send questions back. So, you know, it's never a major issue there. You know, but I'm just saying that if just two of you turned up to a call, one of the calls, we'd look after both of you, and anyone else who didn't arrive, well, guess what? After a while of not taking action, we would remove them off the course, and we'd bring new people in who are on the waiting list. So
yeah,
you know, we want action takers.
That's the only fair way to say it is if you can't make the Zoom calls, you can't make them in the time frame that you're at, but you can still turn in support tickets. You can still find ways to communicate, whether it's through Loom videos or something else to ask your questions. And need be, I would put this out there. I'd rather do a monthly Zoom call on a scheduled time. But if we can't answer a question through a support ticket, that's our standard, you know, operating protocol, is to get on a Zoom call and take care of that question, because it's sometimes easier to do that than trying to explain it through 13 different support tickets.
Plus support tickets, Robert, sometimes text can come over the wrong way. Have you ever put a text message out to somebody on Messenger, and you've sort of, you know, instead of, you know, saying sorry to hear you're unwell or something, it's come out the wrong way, and they think you're being rude to them. You know, it's that sort of thing. And like being on a call, we can say to you, no, we didn't mean that. You know, you just one line, and someone thinks, oh, he's been a bit abrupt, when we're not really. You know, so we're very approachable, and that's the cool thing about this. And you know, that's why we're saying you need to take action. I do know, Robert, the accountability course, we've 3 spaces left now. Before they're all filled up, and that's, you know, once they're gone, they're gone. And just to finally say, this closes on Cyber Monday, midnight Eastern Standard Time. We take the offer off the page, and then the day after, that's it, gone. So if you go to dfimagicthings.com and the offer's gone, like I said, if you send an email in or a text message or whatever it may be to us going, I missed the deal, the answer's no, because it's unfair on the people that bought in during this week. It's unfair on them for me to keep going, yeah, of course you can come in on that price. It's not fair. So we close it down, end of Cyber Monday, that's it, gone. Plain and simple. So we wish you all the best. And I know Sam's group, thank you very much for all the ones and interactions and everything else in there. We really do appreciate it. And those who have been watching us on Facebook and YouTube. So if you've got any questions, like I said, you can reach out to us. Look for me at facebook.com/Stephen with PH.Brocklehurst. Anything you want to finalize on before we close the call off, Robert?
No, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. We appreciate all of you, and you'll be hearing more from us as we go forward with the accountability program. So jump in while you can. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you all very, very soon. Bye for now.
Take care, everybody.